What's happening, guys? Today we're going to be talking about unique ways to add light bursts into your photos using Photoshop or Lightroom. So let's get started. What's happening, guys? My name is Brandon from BeWillCreative.com, and you can find me on Instagram at BurnWills to see a little bit more of my work. So today we're going to be talking about two cool ways that we can add light bursts into our photos in Photoshop, and then we'll jump over into Lightroom, so one in each. Light bursts are a cool way to sort of accent the sunlight that is already in your photo. Luckily for us, they're really easy to do, and they take probably less than a minute to create, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to do all that today. Before I get started, I just wanted to remind you that if you find this video helpful, to please hit that like button because it really does make a difference, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my latest tutorials. Alright, so starting in Photoshop here, I have an image that I'm wanting to add my light burst in. I'm going to try to add a light burst over in this area right here. So of course we're going to want to put this burst on a new layer so then it's not permanently affecting anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to create a new layer by clicking my new layer icon. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my brush tool. Now once you have your brush tool selected, just go over here to your color palette, and you're going to want to pick a color that is like the sun, so somewhere between the yellows and the reds here. I like to stick right between the yellows and the oranges here, so I'm going to put my slider right about there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a color about right in the middle between the most saturated orange and white. Now I'm going to rescale my brush to a nice and large brush size, and I'm going to change the hardness to 0% so it's nice and soft. Now if I just click once, you'll notice that I get this little dot here. So now I can go ahead and desaturate my color just a little bit, moving my color picker over towards white a little bit more. Now I'm going to downscale my brush just a few sizes here by using my bracket keys. I'm going to click again inside of that previous color, and now I'm going to go a little bit closer towards white, but not quite white. Go a little bit smaller, and I'm going to click one more time. So now I have this little orb looking thing, and of course it's on a new layer so we can move it wherever we would like. So now I'm going to move it over to the corner that I want it to go into, and I'm going to just rescale it so it fits in the general area of where I'm wanting it to affect. So something like this. You don't have to fine tune this orb ahead of time too much because you can just go and adjust everything afterwards. It's not a big deal. But anyways, this is a good starting position. I'm just going to click my little checkbox here, commit to that. Now I'm just going to go over here, and with my layer 1 or light burst selected, I'll just rename that quickly to light burst. So now with my light burst layer selected, I can change my layer blending mode from normal down here to linear dodge add, and now you see it creates just this white. It pretty much got rid of all the color by the looks of it. But now we go into our fill slider here. So what I like to do, I just bring my fill slider all the way down to 0, and then I work my way back up. And as you'll notice, it adds the little bit of color that we picked already, so that yellowy orange, but also retains that brightness that we wanted to make it look like a sunburst. So I'm just going to bring up that fill until I find somewhere that I'm happy with, something like that. And now I might reposition this a little bit more just to really dial it in. Now I'm just going to stretch it out a bit as well, like that, and then do a couple more fine adjustments. So something like that looks good to me. So now if I turn this light burst layer on and off, you can see the difference that we quickly made, and it adds this cool little effect to our image and really enhances the light that is already in the photo. So that's how you can do it in Photoshop with just the brush tool. So now let's move over to Lightroom. So now here we are in Lightroom, and this is the image that I'm wanting to add my light burst into. Now, unlike Photoshop, we don't really have brushes and layers that we can use, so it's a little bit different in Lightroom. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our radial filter here, and we're going to just pretty much drag it out into a area that you're wanting to affect. So in this case, I'm just going to affect sort of the top area of this tree, of the trees here. And of course I want my exposure to be a little bit brighter because the sunlight is bright, of course. And I'm just going to pick something about here, and now you might notice that it doesn't quite look like a sunburst because there's no color in it. It's just sort of white. So we can actually add a little bit of color by going down to this color box here, just clicking on that, and now we have the whole color palette that we can go through, and we can pick whatever color we'd like. So of course we are wanting this to look like the sun, so we're going to pick a little bit of a warmer yellow color, something like that. And now we can just readjust this to better fit our needs. That looks good to me there. And now as you see, we've added a light slash sunburst into our photo here just by using a radial filter, adjusting the exposure slider, and then adding a little bit of color to that radial filter. Now you can apply this effect in either Photoshop or Lightroom on a whole bunch of different types of photography, whether it be portraits, landscape, product work, you name it. This technique can really add a little bit of extra flair to your photos. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to hit that like button and maybe even consider subscribing to stay up to date with all of my latest Photoshop and editing tutorials. If you end up using this effect in your own photos, I'd love to see how it turns out, so make sure to tag me on Instagram at Burnwell so that I can check out all of your photos that you guys post up and send a little bit of love your way. Again, my name is Brendan from BeWillCreative.com, and I hope to see you back here next time for another new Photoshop tutorial. See you then.